Yes. Good afternoon. Good morning. Well, yes, afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. We are in the power of you today. Ah, y'all know I am now live. Yes. I love you, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm trying to put something up here. Yeah. Olivia Smith is on. Good afternoon. We have also Odushola Lushegun has joined. I am Relvin joined as well. Greetings, everyone. Here we are. A few little minutes, a couple of minutes late, but it's better than nothing. Empress Martin is on. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. We have a beautiful, beautiful power of you is divine intervention. We're going to jump right in it. Okay, okay. Divine intervention. Whew. I know everyone is feeling happy, blessed. If you even knew that we were in a retrograde, because I didn't even realize it. Things have been going so well. Things have been going so well that I forgot that, usually in retrograde, I'm like, okay, being a Virgo, I'm like, okay, where's it coming? But it has not even bothered me. Look at that. It's been so cool. So let's go jump right in. Divine intervention. Let's agree that if everything you wanted and desired was granted right now, you'd be a different person. You'd be a different person if everything that you had thought of, prayed on, wanted, just all showed up right now. That situation, if everything you wanted and desired was granted right now, you'd be a different, completely different person. I know I would. Right now, in this moment. So what if the perfect partner came into your life? What if your health issues improved miraculously? What if you came into a miraculous financial wealth windfall? Everything would be different, right? What if the child you've been waiting for finally came into your life? We would be looking and thinking differently. Let's take a minute to imagine and feel and smell and taste what that would look like. Let me repeat it. Is ire aiku, which is what if your health issues improved miraculously and you are guaranteed to have long life? What if ire aiku? What if you came into a miraculous financial wealth windfall? Right? That's ire aje. What if ire omo? What if the child you've been waiting for finally came into your life? And then there's Ireoko. What if the perfect partner came into your life? You would be looking and thinking completely differently. So look at it, feel it. So we understand that there is a season for everything, a season. There's a time and a season for everything. But sometimes the season eludes us. We think we forget it, we forgot about it, or we missed it, or we were forgotten. Today, I am here to remind us, myself included, that the universe, God, and your ancestors are the ones who are holding the clock on what time it is. So there's a season for everything. Let's imagine that our ancestors, God, Oludumare, whatever or whoever you know God as, is the one that got the time clock, holding it as to when it was going to manifest. So I am here today to remind us that the universe, God, and the ancestors, source, universe, abundance, whatever you call it, are the ones who are holding the clock on what time it is. Let's imagine, and let's go into a brief meditation right now. Let's go into a brief meditation as we visualize. I want you to visualize your ancestors lined up behind you, the ones that you know as well as those who you've never met or seen a photo of them. And they are here right now letting you know that today is the doorway of receiving your divine intervention and blessing. So let's just do a little meditation. I know we do the meditation on the end, and we will do that as well. But I want you to take 3 cleansing breaths, breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in again and breathing out. Breathing in again and breathing out. As you visualize your ancestors lined up behind you, surrounding you, touching you, just visualize them. And you can call their names. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. See them lining up. Egun wole wole alashe o. Egun wole wole atumbo ye. Egun wole wole alashe o. As you see them, they are here right now, letting you know that today is the doorway of receiving your divine intervention and blessings. So let's think, what if our ancestors, what if our ancestors were listening to the prayers you've poured out through tears? What if they were present when you wanted to give up and did not? What if the moments you thought you were forgotten, not counted, they were marking to reward you right now? What if your ancestors have been moving when, let's say, like They've been moving like when you're making bread. There's a time to mix the bread. There's a time for you to knead it, to knead the bread and form it. And then there's a time to let it rest and let it rise. And after 2 hours, you go in and you poke it and you push it down and you knead it again. Get all the lumps out. And then you cover it. And then when it's ready to go into the oven, and then you come out a perfect loaf, a perfect, beautiful, wonderful loaf that you can cut and put butter on it and all the things that you want to put on it. Coconut oil on top of it, or some jelly or jam. And then just eat it. What if your ancestors have been kneading you like dough, knowing that you would make up to be a perfect loaf? What if your ancestors work as a team, or a workforce that we call a dockware, where people who have expertise,
I doubted my own merit.
where people have expertise, but let's really come on, who have expertise in different ways? How if your ancestors have their departments, compartments of what it is that you do with your life, and they are, look at them, they're behind us. What if your ancestors had a team, and when they worked as a team, or workforce, or dockware, who are experts in different fields of work and have been working not just not for you, or not that are working for you, and not just putting people and situations that would be the ones that would show up through your hard labor. So they have experts. They have some that's financial experts. You have experts in healing. You have experts in protection. You have experts in removing. You have experts in all of these areas. You have them in your family line. Look at them. Imagine those. You know those ancestors that you even know. Some, the ones you know, cool. But there are those connected to those same ancestors that have the same gift. The gift of making a dollar holler. The ancestors that make sure that you always had a reason to laugh. The ancestors that show up when it requires you to figure out something with intricacy. They had this expertise. So they work as a team. You know, like when they have the car racing thing, and when the car stops, everybody runs in to get the tires, others make sure that everything is up, and the pit stop, and then they go back up. That's how the ancestors. Imagine your ancestors working like that as a team, that when you're asking and praying for things, what if your ancestors work like that? So that's why we're asking today, what if your ancestors have been moving and making it, looking at you, just coming up to be a perfect loaf of bread? What if your ancestors worked as a team? What if, though sometimes you feel like it's just an ordinary day today, it's actually the day that has your name on it? This is the day that your ancestors have. This is the day. This is the day that you've been waiting for that answer to come. As we say in the Ire Aye Aiku, which is the Ire coming of long life, longevity. Ire Aje, wealth. Ire Omo, children. Ire Oko, relationships. Today, what if today is the blessing that you have been waiting for in those areas? What if today is the turning point, and those spirits are conspiring to surprise you with proof that this is the day that they have been planning for? What if today is the day that things start to make sense? Those ancestors are right with us. We visualize them. They are here. Uncle so-and-so, auntie so-and-so, and our ancient ancestors, they're all here. What if this is the day that it will start making sense? What if you are the person working for someone else's ancestral blessing and abundance, and you deliver it to them as your ancestral joy for you. Ain't that something? You could be. Yes. Wise Enrichment says, I woke up today singing, this is the day that the Lord has made. I shared, this is the day. What if this is the day, as someone already intuited? This is the day that your ancestors say, I'm going to deliver you. I'm going to send you the blessings that you have been waiting for. What if this is the day that you are working for someone else's ancestor? Because we all interconnected. That you are the blessing for someone else because your ancestors saw that somewhere in the past they owed them a favor. And so this is give up time and they're giving it to you. Yes. What if today is that day? As we said, what if today is the day that your health issues would improve? What is today? What if today is the perfect partner will come into your life? What if today you will have some miraculous financial wealth and windfall? What if today is the day that you will get the ire of children, ire or more? So we have ire aiku, ire aje, ire or more, ire or ko. Yes, imagine your ancestors standing behind us right now, giving you those blessings. Through conspiring, they're conspiring to give us that. They're conspiring to give and to work with each other's ancestors to come today. This is the starting point. Make sure. So today, let's look around us with fresh, clear eyes. Today, let's take a moment when small signs and things show up, or hints, or little messages of what it is that we're sharing today. Pause and give thanks openly, not only to your mind, but to yourself. Say right there, I am so grateful for my ancestors, for this little miracle. That I happened to go to get my lunch and I met someone who can connect me to a partner in the business that I've been looking for. Or you're sitting or standing at the bus stop and someone standing in front of you, y'all start a conversation, and next thing you know, there's a love, romantic connection. That's Ireo call. Yes. What if it's today is the day that they call you and said the baby that you've been waiting for and you're going to adopt, it's finally come through and you are now the mother and the father. Yes, today is the day. So let's look around and be grateful in that moment. Say, thank you, ancestors, for me meeting this person. Or thank you, ancestors, that this person was able to visit me. Speak and declare that you are not alone and that all doors are open to you. All rewards are right here now. So we're going to give Ire, Ahiku, Ire Omo, Ire Aje, Ire Oko. Today is a day of celebration. Let's celebrate the greatness of our ancestors, of your ancestors. And as we visualize them earlier in the meditation, give thanks openly. And for those of you that went into meditation, went into trance, you don't have to come out of the trance, continue, because we are going to officially celebrate and start the party by saying yes. So we're going to sing and dance and show, celebrate to the ancestors. Today, celebrate your mother's clan. Today, celebrate your father's clan. When they lined up behind you in the meditation earlier, they all showed up. So this is the time And usually we open our eyes to dance. I want us to close our eyes and imagine us when we are dancing and celebrating, knowing that you are never alone. And in this season of Obatala, you can imagine them wrapped in that white cloth of Obatala as well. So as we move into the dancing, oops, where did it go? It went away that quick? Where did it go? Oh, where it is. Down here. I had it on there. So anyway, in the meantime, look at your ancestors. See if there's any ancestor that comes through, because that was our homework assignment. Since it's not coming through for me to just see this right now, some kind of thing that it don't want to come through. So we are going to use what was the homework assignment. So the homework assignment is, and it is from my the Living Shrine workbook. For your homework, we want you to reflect on a family relationship that has shaped your identity. Reflect on one particular ancestor that has shaped your identity. Write a letter of gratitude or reconciliation, because sometimes we have to reconcile and go back and give thanks and see and face something that we need to correct, right? And so it could be a time of reconciliation as well. So as we write this letter, whether they are alive or dead, even if you never send it, write this. Because your family history is what forms some of the beliefs that you have. So I want you to visualize your ancestors behind you, and we are just dancing. Dancing. Oremio. This is Obatala's time. See your ancestors dancing with you. Dancing with that particular ancestor. Yes, what if this is the day that things start making sense to you? What if today is the turning point that spirits are conspiring to surprise you with proof of their presence? What if though you think and feel like this is just an ordinary day, this is actually the day that has your name on it? What if today is the day, the answer you've been waiting for? What if your ancestors have been moving when you feel and kneading you like bread? Because you will form in a perfect loaf. What if your ancestors work as a team? And experts, and they're coming together to bring you that reward. Show. What if they were present when you wanted to give up and you cried in prayers and you thought your prayers were not answered. What if today is the day? Yes, of gratitude. I shall. Right? I shall. Yes. It doesn't matter what denomination you're in, what belief system you're in. We all have ancestors. We all have those who came before us and whose memory formed us. So write that letter of thanksgiving. And whether you mail it or not, could be to the living or not. And if you just decide to keep it or to tear it up or just place it on a sacred place, it is whatever spirit wants you to do. And know that your ancestors are always with you. And today is the day. What if today is the day that has your name on it? So if any of these messages in the power of you touches your heart, drop a little donation to our temple on yeyefini.com. Give butter. Look right there is going on to the link tree and just drop a blessing, because this work is God's work and our ancestors work together. My ancestors work with your ancestors, even if we have never seen each other. They are conspiring in the spirit world, what we call them earlier. So y'all have an unapologetically wonderful, powerful day today, knowing that today is the day of divine intervention. Yes, divine intervention. So I will see you all on the next Power of You every Wednesday at 12 o'clock or close to 12 o'clock. Y'all have a blessed day. Hold out.